He has also done MBA and PhD in power management. He has undertaken a postdoctoral fellowship assignment at the University of West Indies, St. Augustine campus, collaborated by the Ministry of Planning and Development, Government of Trinidad and Tobago. He is an adjunct professor at the Department of Utilities Engineering, University of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Suresh has held senior engineering and managerial positions in public utilities companies since 1988, Canada. Also, he is currently a senior engineer in a consulting company in Vancouver, Canada, providing engineering services to BC Hydro. He has authored more than 35 conferences papers in various countries like America, Canada, UK, and many more. His several research papers have been published in Emerald, Springel, and other leading journals. He is a reviewer for a few leading journals also. He is also the current chair of Chartered Engineers Pacific, a global representing 5 UK-based engineering institute of Vancouver. Dr. Suresh originally belongs to Jabalpur, India. So I think उनका जो होम टाउन है वो जबलपुर मध्य प्रदेश ही है. So it is really very interesting thing for us. He has worked for the almost Madhya Pradesh State Electricity Board as junior engineer as well. So it is really a great pleasure for us to having you, sir, in the particular session, in the current session. Uh, Now I'm requesting, sir, to say few words. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And
Thank you a lot,
I'm
Shivani.
also and I'm also saying कि if अगर कुछ मिस हुआ है तो मैं चाहूंगी कि आप उस चीज को भी बायगॉन करते हुए आप प्लीज हमें फ्यू जो भी आपका नॉलेज है वो जरूर शेयर करें.
Shivani, thanks a lot. You know, I'm delighted. I'm delighted after listening such a warm introduction, especially from my homeland,
Yes,
from my
sir.
home city and from my home state. You will wonder, Jabalpur is my home city, and Satna, my
Okay.
in-laws are from Rewa. So
Oh
can you
wow.
believe? Can you believe you are exactly in middle of my home and my in-laws place? Satna, I have been transiting all the time, and I can see few familiar faces here among the audience. I can see my colleagues, my seniors. Unfortunately, I don't have any junior here. Reason behind I left in 2000, I believe. After that, there has not been much, and probably I could not interact with my with my past colleagues. So anyway, am I allow? I believe that there is a time constraint also, but I will still try to see what best can be done within 13. Is it exactly 20 minutes, or I can be given few more minutes?
No, no, sir, you have.
All right, okay. Can I share my screen now?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
All right, okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. It's
Yes, we
visible,
can
sir.
see. We can
All
see.
right, no, but no, but sometimes what happens when I'm rolling, it doesn't roll.
Okay,
So
we will
is it rolling?
tell you. Yes, sir.
Is it
It's
rolling?
rolling. Yes,
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 it
sir.
is
Very
rolling. Yes.
all right. Now
Sir,
just
if
1 minute.
you have your PPT in full mode, then obviously we can have
All
that
right.
rolling. Yeah,
Okay. Now
it's okay now.
again.
It's
Now
there.
hold
It's
on.
there.
Hold
Yes,
on. Check.
it is there.
Is it is it
Yes, yes, it's
rolling?
okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
sir.
it's
Perfect.
It's
Now
rolling
Perfect.
okay.
perfectly.
Now
yes.
it's all right. Now it's okay. Honorable Shri BP Soni, Chancellor of AKS University Satna, Dr. Akhilesh Wau, convener of this conference, Chairman Dr. Santosh Vishwakarma, Vice Chairman Mr. Jiten Kulkarni, committee members, distinguished guests, scholars, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you and warm greetings from this part of the world. It is, as said before, it is my proud privilege to reunite with my home country through this platform of the International Conference on Emerging Trends in Artificial Intelligence and Smart Systems, TEEETAS 2022, being organized by the Computer Society of India Jabalpur chapter
Sir, I
in
have one
collaboration.
request. Sorry for
Yeah,
interrupting you.
yeah.
Please keep microphone too closer. So वॉइस लेवल अच्छा हो जाएगा. आपका माइक्रोफोन थोड़ा पास कर लीजिए.
Okay. Can
Please.
you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Yes, in collaboration with the Department of Computer Science, AKS University, Satna. Ladies and gentlemen, even after leaving India 22 years ago, I still have the same affection for my motherland. I understand this event is sharing knowledge, research, and recent innovations in the field of artificial intelligence, smart systems, machine learning, big data, and other topics. Though I am not a computer professional, but being associated with the utility sector since 1988, I have recently seen the increasing application of artificial intelligence in many sectors, in many wings of utility companies, including transmission and distribution, smart grid, smart metering, and smart practices. Ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence is now becoming the mainstream at many utilities company worldwide. Utility companies are evaluating and testing artificial intelligence to help transform their operations, customer relationship, and business models. Artificial intelligence, it has the potential to cut energy waste, lower energy cost, and facilitate and accelerate the use of clean renewable energy sources in power grids worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence is a vast topic. It has now entered into many sectors, almost I can say all the sectors. Maybe it is transportation, health, industry, energy, climate change, environment, education, and many other sectors. So, given the time slot and given the time restraints, I can touch base on this artificial intelligence application at utility companies only because that exactly is my area, my domain of work. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe many of you already know that not only in developed countries like UK, US, Canada, Australia, and others, even utility companies operating in developing countries are now exploring possibilities of using drones and artificial intelligence to improve the inspection of their transmission and distribution assets spread in a large geographical area. Reason behind, if generating station is there or the load dispatch center is there, people know that it is at a confined space, it is at a specific space, and it is at a limited space. But when we talk about transmission and distribution, especially distribution lines, they are spread. They are spread like anything. I think it is more than 100,000 kilometers of our transmission line within Madhya Pradesh, if I remember correctly. Because when I left, it was not that much. It was something around 25,000 kilometers. But I know that during the passage of time, it must have gone over 100,000 kilometers, including 400 kV. I believe MPEB has now entered into 800 kV DC also. And I think 800 kV, we have got 400 we already had. I don't know if there has been 780 or 720 kV line also. I'm not sure. Sorry if I'm still saying MPEB because I still remember MPEB. I am not very much familiar with the distribution, the unbundled companies, the successor entities subsequent to unbundling of MPEB. So as you can see on this slide, the unmanned drones equipped with cameras, they collect images of conductors, transformers, and other equipment from for a quicker and thorough analysis by artificial intelligence. Now, thing is, these drones, they are just taking images, and the algorithm processes digital photographs captured by helicopters, automatically identifying electrical poles, its components, and specific defects in such components. Maybe if there is a rusting, maybe there is a broken protection, any such thing, that can also be that can also be detected using artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, these days there is an era of distributed energy resources. When we say distributed energy resources, it refers to our facilities at the non-integrated areas. And now this is the talk of the day. If I remember correctly, recently the world's biggest photovoltaic plant was installed somewhere in Riva. It is something really a matter of proud for us. Anyway, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir, you are
Yeah.
audible,
All
perfectly
right.
audible.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So now thing is, utility companies these days, they have limited ability to see the impact of higher amounts of photovoltaic in a given area of distribution system, because sitting at a particular place you cannot go all the way, and especially when these facilities, photovoltaic or maybe wind farm or other renewable energy resources have been installed. Incidentally, we do not have seashore within the Madhya Pradesh or Rajasthan, but when we talk about offshore, we do consider offshore windmills also, which are installed in the middle of the sea or far off in the sea, so that we get higher wind pressure. So sitting at a control center, you may not be able to have a clear vision or a clear monitoring of those facilities. But now this artificial intelligence, they have given us the liberty. You know, seeing the impact of higher amounts of photovoltaic cell in a given area of distribution can be problematic for system planning and operation if we don't have full visibility. So what is happening? Utilities are therefore now using artificial intelligence to better integrate their solar resources, their wind resources, and make more informed planning decisions for enhancing grid reliability, resiliency, and security. My friends, artificial intelligence is now managing the distributed energy resources, increasing every day, including solar and battery storage, especially, which have triggered the bi-directional flow of energy and the creation of new category of prosumers. One more thing, when in Madhya Pradesh, even in India, we always talk about the consumers. Consumer electricity board, we have got consumers, but my friend, the moment I stepped out of India, even in Africa where I worked for 13 years, we don't call them consumers, we call them customers. And in North America also we call them customers. But now why? Customers is somebody who is consuming your services, or who. Nowadays, the situation has changed. Ever since this photovoltaic, wind farms, and the distributed energy resources have come up, now people, they have installed rooftop photovoltaic cells for photovoltaic panels on their roof, and now they are also generating electricity. So now they are producing electricity, at the same time they are consuming electricity. So they are no longer customers. They are now called prosumers. So who's prosumers? Prosumers are the residents and businesses who now generate electricity themselves. So artificial intelligence is um, monitoring this and facilitating this. I am not sure that in Madhya Pradesh also this prosumer category has come up or not, but I believe you guys must be working on this in Madhya Pradesh also. When we talk about customer engagement, so utility companies are now using artificial intelligence to develop mutually beneficial relationship with their customers. To ensure that customers use energy in a safe and efficient way, utility companies, they must fairly understand at the first place how their customers use energy for different appliances being largely used by a large customer base. Using machine learning algorithms, to monthly and smart meter data reads utility companies are now doing energy disaggregation. Energy disaggregation. This is another term. Of course, because of time limit, I cannot go everything in detail. Here, I would like to mention that although artificial intelligence, it is not a replacement of human beings, but it does help increasing efficiency, and it takes away low-hanging fruits, including answering frequently asked questions. As mentioned before, artificial intelligence can integrate technologies like machine learning, deep learning, and natural language understanding to break down communication barriers and automate customer interactions. I believe that in Madhya Pradesh, there's MP Discoms also. Now you must be having conversational chatbots, and product recommendations based on customers' behavior data. At the end of the day, the possibilities are endless. If on this slide, if you see this image, it shows that what is the plan for future of artificial intelligence in customer experience field. See, in 2021, utilities are aiming that more than 50% of their enterprises will invest in chatbot development. By 2030, 70% of the companies will adopt artificial intelligence. And so from 50% to 70%, if we can go this far in next 10 years, I think the future is very optimistic. Going a bit down in the utility sector, most of the utility companies are now transiting from conventional meters to smart meters. I'm not sure that electronic meters were installed, I think 10 years back in Madhya Pradesh, but I don't know if smart meters have also been installed now or have been introduced in the system now. Introducing smart meters as an alternative to conventional meter, it actually helps both customers as well as utility companies to better understand customers' energy consumption habits. Now, since our utility companies, everybody is aiming to improve their customers' experience, enhance customer satisfaction, reduce cost, limit wasted time, and improve operational efficiency. Smart metering is contributing a lot to that. It is enhancing communication with the customers, and these days there are smart prepaid meters also that allow customers to track how much credit is left on their meter. It is just like your rechargeable coupon on your cell phone, on your mobile phone, that immediately by pressing a particular number, you will get to know how much money is left in your mobile. There is a situation of employees burnout also, especially during the situation of COVID, where people are working from home. Really, employees, they have gone crazy these days. You know, there, despite utility companies extending all facilities and options to use their online services, including bill payments, many customers, they still hesitate to use them. Being the essential services provider to a large sector of the society, utility employees are therefore mostly overwhelmed with the work pressure on them. Even if machine answers something, they will not believe until and unless a person in a physical situation, he responds, he looks at their bill and then he tells them. This is still the concept or the mentality among the customers in many countries, even in the developed countries. So this artificial intelligence technologies, on the other hand, they need no rest. They neither need breaks nor they get sick. They rather easily learn new skills and work tirelessly with consistent performance and productivity. This can ensure that employees never need to feel overworked and burned out. I would like to mention here that artificial intelligence is improving the utility sector, but it is not replacing the workers. So don't be afraid that we are going to lay off people. Actually, it is eliminating boring activities so that employees can work efficiently and improve performance, thus improving overall organizational performance. Are you still able to hear me?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, This artificial intelligence, it helps a lot to analyze data and even scheduling our maintenance or other activities. Utility companies are also using artificial intelligence and machine learning to take deep dives into data that can drive better decision making, cost advantages, and predictions that can save disaster and downtime. Artificial intelligence and, in particular, machine learning, they are providing effective tools for implementing predictive maintenance, and they bring savings as well. Can you believe this McKinsey company's report? It recently said that AI based predictive maintenance can boost availability by up to 20%, while reducing inspection cost by 25% and annual maintenance fees by 10%. Certain types of predictive maintenance modeling can be easily addressed with fairly simple, even manual computation. The true value of machine learning is its ability to take the account large volumes, to take into the large amount of data and diverse type of data in the context of complex machine dynamics and real world operation to arrive at a greater understanding of asset operation and health. Ladies and gentlemen, this artificial intelligence enhanced software platforms and smart tools, they dig into the maintenance data to create prediction about the potential outages which we absolutely require, and equipment failures, possible equipment failures. Thus they improve the system efficiency. This and AI enabled tools, they are also helping utility companies in creating ideal maintenance schedules by analyzing data from sensors used to monitor equipment and detect failures ahead of disaster. That really contributes a lot. These applications are now saving companies revenue and adding efficiency and reliability to generation, consumption, and sales. This image, this chart, that clearly shows, if you see the bottom row, it will tell that how AI can help the there may be equipment maintenance. It is helping business aggregate and interpreting their machine data much faster, and it takes massive amount of data and translate into meaningful intelligence and actionable insights. Safety is also one of the most important factor at utility company, because we deal with electricity and electricity spares nobody. So artificial intelligence, another contribution is creation of autonomous robots that can take the place of humans in dangerous power related situation. Even where it is very unsafe to send the operator to take the reading, now we have got self-driving machines like robots to go into inside the substation, which is probably an unsafe place for a human being to take the readings. It can also take on tasks like surveying high voltage power lines or even search the sea floor for valuable resources, versus sending human divers into dangerously deep waters where we have got undersea cables. Luckily, in Madhya Pradesh, we don't have undersea cables. But where I was working in Seychelles, the electricity was spread into 115 islands. So majority of our network was through undersea cables. You know, these days efforts are underway to develop autonomous robot capabilities and invest into the technologies to increase the robots' ability to carry out more complex tasks at utility companies. And especially in the aftermath of COVID, artificial intelligence, it has enabled many technologies to emerge that have the potential to keep workplaces healthier and safer through personal protective equipment detection, safety zoning, and thermal imaging capabilities. Now I am going to share few examples of North America. You see, these days, on the left hand side, this image, okay, using two force feedback manipulators arms. These arms are actually robotic arms. Now they are undertaking repair on energized distribution lines, while the linesmen, they are sitting comfortably in an insulated cab. Just to see how much safety artificial intelligence is providing to us. On the right hand side of the image, if you see, there it is another robotic machine at Hydro Quebec. the high voltage test facility in Canada, a hydrocubic robotic system with two force feedback manipulator cross arms. It undergoes testing for work on energized distribution line. On the left hand side, you can see that it is a V-shaped motor driven elbow, and its ends are equipped with clamps that open and close as necessarily to move it down through utility. Wherever there is insulator, what will happen, one arm will open and then it will cross the insulator and then it will keep on going down the line, and it can search for the damage exactly inch by inch. On the right hand side, as I mentioned, see, this robot has gone deep down inside the substation to check what is the fault, if the circuit breaker is still closed or it is still open, or what is the fault. All right, so it is digitizing every inspection of asset and infrastructure, reducing the time spent, and it is ensuring consistency of the data also. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, must thank once again to the organizer of TEEETAS, especially Dr. Santosh, Dr. Dr. Au, if I'm pronouncing correctly, the head of the
Sir, it's
department at
wow.
AKS
It's
University.
wow, sir.
Wow.
Wow,
Wow.
sorry about that. If I
Yeah, I
have
am belong to
mispronounced.
Maharashtra, sir.
All right, okay. Because here, when you say wow, it seems that somebody is from China, where I'm working. So I was a bit confused because in Jabalpur also we have got one gentleman, Dr. Chow. He is from
Oh,
China, but he's a very good dentist. And I'm thankful to CSI chapter. I'm thankful to Manipal University for giving me this opportunity to interact with my past colleagues, with my home country, with my homeland, with my home state, and with my home city. Really, I have got a lot of friends in Rajasthan also. Ladies and gentlemen, to prepare for my keynote session, I had done a lot of homework to ensure that I can share whatever I have been using here or whatever I am exposed to. I had to use all these references to come up with a presentation for you. So with that, I am concluding my today's session. Ladies and gentlemen, I am giving the opportunity if you have any questions. Of course, I have been, I believe I am on time. You had
yes,
given
yes,
me, I think,
sir.
30 minutes, and exactly, because this is what I have learned here, that
It's
you must
about
start at
40
time.
to 45 minutes, but you have completed before time.
All right. Okay, so now I can take a
We
couple of
also want
questions
to,
if you have got time.
we also want, if you have certain stories of, if you want to share certain memories related to Riva or your hometown Jabalpur, we really wish if you share your journey or something, anything you want to share with us.
In my opinion, question should start should trigger from your end. In my opinion.
Okay, okay. It's all about from sir. If anyone have any kind of queries or want to ask something from sir, please ask. I'm requesting all the participants, all the members who are connected with our meeting. If you want to ask anything from sir, the particular session is open, query session is open. You may ask one-to-one questions from sir. You may also type in chat box as well. Almost we have reached to the end of this particular session, but this is not the end of our 2 days international conference of TEEETA 2022. Uh, I would like to share one quote with all of you, that this is not the end. This is not the end. This is almost the beginning of new chapter of new session. This is the new and beginning of CSI and AKS University, that we are come together in this particular platform for sharing views, thoughts, ideas, and several parts of AI, machine learning, and CS as well. In these 2 days, our participants, our students are learning lots a lots of things related to AI, machine learning, IoT, big data, and many more. More than 15 plus papers have been presented in the first day of international conference theta 2022, and also we are expecting in the second day as well. uh, Anyone have questions?
Yeah.
Shivani, if there, yeah, is there a question?
Uh, what we can
Because
do,
if there are no
Santosh sir is
questions, then I
asking,
can.
Santosh sir is asking something, sir,
yeah,
please.
sir, I just want to make a request that, because this session has been on the recorded version also, and
Yes, sir.
subsequently many of the authors will go ahead with the session. So whatever query they will post, we will combine and will mail you to Dr. Suresh sir. So it will be okay
Yeah,
for you, sir, that
yeah,
if we
yeah,
can
yeah, sure.
approach later.
Sure. You can
Yeah,
always
that's good.
email the questions and I can revert
Yeah,
back to you.
yeah. So
Not only that, gentlemen, whenever during my next visit to India, whenever I'm visiting, I'm traveling to my in-laws' place, and if I'm transiting through Satna, if you want, I can always
You are
drop in
most
at your
welcome.
university also.
Most welcome, sir, most
yeah, sure,
welcome.
sure.
Not an
So
issue.
from the code of, from CSI chapter, even if we are very thankful, sir, for being, on going through this session and accepting our proposal. Formally, I just request Dr. Akhilesh, who has been very active and very significant in organizing the entire conference. So I request Dr. Akhilesh to please have the vote of thanks for Dr. Suresh, sir. Over to you, Dr. Akhilesh, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I am heartily thankful that we are connected with you, sir. This is the platform where not only the interaction but knowledge sharing is also done among the students and participants. Here, number of participants from not only from AKS University but throughout the world, participants are connected and just to listen and getting knowledge from you. Thank you very much, Santosh sir and CSI team. I think Kulkarni sir is also joined with us. So I would like to thanks to everyone from CSI team and Computer Science AKS University team. And of course, no doubt, you too, sir. Thank you very much. If we are having permission, then we can close this session and we can move for technical session 3 and 4.
All
Can
right.
we have
Thank
a
you.
can we have a group photograph? Like we request everyone
Wow, it's a great idea.
yeah, open their camera and
Mm.
Shivani, if it is possible from your end, that you can have a pic of the this
Yes,
this.
yes.
Yeah,
I'm
sure, sir,
also.
why not?
Yeah. So I
Please,
request all the participants, please, for the time being, please open your camera so we can have all the members and we can have a pic of this session also.
Okay, here just I would like to mention, just now I have read that somebody in the name of Mr. Garga, he has asked that in substation displacement current will be generated, then how to solve this kind of problem. See, it is purely a technical problem, not but artificial intelligence can help you to identify and detect, and it can let you know without somebody going inside the substation. It will give this information to you. Artificial intelligence, it will not repair, but it will give this information, and then you are going to initiate suitable measures, whether you have to do it de-energize or you have to do that hotline. It depends on the situation and the type of fault and the GPR of that location, how much displacement current is there, what is the intensity, if you are going to for a downtime, how many customers are going to get affected. All these factors, as you are in the utility sector, the organizing any outage is the biggest issue at times. In fact, most of the times repairs doesn't take that much of time, but thing is outage takes a lot of time, especially when we have got key account customers, important customers, major customers, including hospitals or essential services. All right, so is
Thank you,
there
sir.
any other question?
Please turn on your cameras. All the participants, we are requesting you. Please turn on cameras for a moment. Please turn on your cameras. We are taking
मेन
a pic.
कहानी मोबाइल तो ठीक है, मोबाइल के अंदर जो डाटा
Yes.
आटा ये सब स्ट्रांग आइटम रहते हैं ना,
So ready?
ये मेन इम्पोर्टेंट
One,
चीजें आजकल।
2, and 3. Taking a picture of it. Take a moment.
यही में सब कुछ घुस रहता है आजकल।
Thank you very much.
इसी डली है क्या?
Yeah,
It's done from my side.
fine. So thank you everyone, and I hope Dr. Mahesh, we are supposed to have the same session link, or there will be another link.
All right. Okay. Thank you, and have a nice day, and have a
Session
nice
will be
sessions.
different,
Have a
sir.
nice educative sessions. I wish
Thank
I
you,
wish the
विश्वनाथ
event a
साहब।
grand success. Thank you, Arvind bhai.
अच्छी बात भैया, नमस्कार।
बहुत अच्छा लगा,
Thank,
बहुत अच्छा लगा
thank you,
आपसे
Thank you
thank
बात
so much,
you.
करके, बहुत
sir.
अच्छा
Thank you,
लगा.
everyone.
Okay,
Thank you very
Shivani
much.
ji. Thank
We
you.
will meet very soon in our technical session, sir.
All right. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so
Thank you.
much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm requesting all the participants to quit the meeting. We will soon be connected in our technical session. Thank you so much. Please disconnect yourself.
मान्यता प्राप्त AKS यूनिवर्सिटी की पहचान आज देश विदेश में प्रतिष्ठित यूनिवर्सिटी के रूप में दर्ज है। सन 2011 में इंजीनियर अनंत सोनी के नेतृत्व में AKS यूनिवर्सिटी सतना की स्थापना हुई।
AKS विश्वविद्यालय की स्थापना मध्य प्रदेश विधानसभा से पारित एक्ट नंबर 44/2011 के तहत हुई है। The AKS University is dedicated to perform in a unique manner to achieve academic excellence in a creative way by using innovative ideas to produce perfect human resources and to act as center for amicable knowledge solutions. That is AKS. This is the vision of AKS University.
तो रूरल सेक्टर में एक मॉडर्न यूनिवर्सिटी बनाना हमारा लक्ष्य है, स्किल बेस्ड और जो टेक्निकल नो हाउ रियलिटी में होना चाहिए, ये हम फोकस करें यूनिवर्सिटी में।
100 एकड़ के हरे भरे कैंपस में 16 राज्यों से छात्र और हर विभाग में हाईली क्वालिफाइड फैकल्टीज के साथ AKS यूनिवर्सिटी में इंजीनियरिंग, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, एग्रीकल्चर, एग्रीकल्चरल इंजीनियरिंग, फूड टेक्नोलॉजी, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, फार्मेसी, कॉमर्स, मैनेजमेंट, ह्यूमैनिटीज एवं फैकल्टी ऑफ एजुकेशन विभाग के अंतर्गत विभिन्न पाठ्यक्रम चलाए जाते हैं।
हमारे यहाँ पे टीचर्स जो इंडस्ट्री से आए हैं, ऐसे भी टीचर्स हैं जो एक्सपीरियंस टीचर्स हैं, IITs, NITs, अच्छे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ से यहाँ पे टीचर्स आए हुए हैं।
इस विश्वविद्यालय में इंडस्ट्रीज़ की मांग के अनुरूप विभिन्न कोर्सेज प्रारंभ किए गए हैं। इन सब कोर्सेज का सिलेबस इस तरह से डिज़ाइन किया गया है कि छात्र कोर्स पूरा करने के बाद सीधे एम्प्लॉयबल हो।
विश्वविद्यालय की उत्कृष्ट शैक्षणिक व्यवस्था, कार्यशैली व इंडस्ट्री रेलेवेंट सिलेबस को शिक्षा जगत ने स्वीकारा।
AKS विश्वविद्यालय का देश विदेश के विभिन्न विश्वविद्यालयों, संस्थानों, उद्योग जगत से MOU साइन है। इसमें फैकल्टी एक्सचेंज, नॉलेज एक्सचेंज, स्टूडेंट एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम इसमें शामिल है।
इंजीनियरिंग एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट में मैकेनिकल, इलेक्ट्रिकल, माइनिंग, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग, सीमेंट टेक्नोलॉजी, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एवं कंप्यूटर साइंस में बैचलर एवं मास्टर्स डिग्री प्रदान की जाती है।
कुछ नहीं हो सकता यार, ही इज अ टफ नट।
माइनिंग इंजीनियरिंग एक स्पेशलाइज्ड ब्रांच है जो हिंदुस्तान में बहुत कम संस्था में पढ़ाया जाता है, क्योंकि माइनिंग का स्पेसिफिक रिक्वायरमेंट है स्टैट्यूटरी पदवी के लिए। खदान में जो भी चीज़ इस्तेमाल होता है, जो भी लोग काम करते हैं, सारे कानूनी तरह काम करते हैं। जो मैन पावर चाहिए डिप्लोमा और डिग्री से जाते हैं, क्योंकि डिप्लोमा से पास करने के बाद वो एक्सपीरियंस के साथ कुछ और प्रावधान है, वो सब कंप्लीट करने के बाद वो माइंस फोरमैन या ओवरमैन बनते हैं। दूसरा है जो बीटेक पास करते हैं, 2 साल का ट्रेनिंग के बाद उन्होंने सेकंड क्लास माइंस मैनेजर बनते हैं। माइनिंग के लिए जो प्रैक्टिकल लेबोरेटरी चाहिए वो भी हमारे पास मौजूद है, और हम लोग ग्रेजुअली उसको अपग्रेड करते हैं रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब में। डिप्लोमा में 2 समर सीजन मिलता है, डिग्री में 3 समर सीजन मिलता है बच्चों को। हमारे AKS के करीब 500 से 550 बच्चे आज खदान में ये समर सीजन में ट्रेनिंग लेने पहुँचे हैं। इसमें बच्चों को जो प्रैक्टिकल कंसेप्ट जो है उनका क्लियर हो जाता है, प्लस उन्होंने जो लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी माइंस में चल रहा है उसके बारे में अवगत होते हैं। विभिन्न खान में कार्यरत अधिकारी मैनेजर्स को भी हम लोग रिफ्रेशर कोर्स ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं।
The AKS University, probably the first university in the country to start the BTech cement technology course. One is a BTech in cement technology, one is MTech in integrated cement technology, one is a diploma for cement technology. We are having the cement and concrete lab for the testing of all the cement materials. And we are the first engineering college or university in the Madhya Pradesh introduce the sandwich apprentice training program in the curriculum in the last semester, that is the 8th semester, 20 weeks training program in the plant which has been approved by the Board of Apprentice Training Mumbai. Our students are taking training presently in the 5 major cement plants, and in the 150 days trainings they learn almost the cement technology, and they are handled independently the testing of the cement, concrete, the materials. And we have seen that some of the plant they are operating from the CCR rooms. 70,000 engineers will be required for this industry. So as per the placement of point of view, the golden days are ahead.
Department of Mechanical Engineering offers 4 courses: 2-year and 3-year diploma program, 4-year BTech program, 2-year master programs. We also offer a PhD program in our department. Last year, our students participated in robotics competition in IIT Kharagpur and they got their 2nd rank.
AKS यूनिवर्सिटी में डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ सिविल इंजीनियरिंग में वेरियस कोर्सेज होते हैं, जैसे एमटेक, बीटेक एंड डिप्लोमा कोर्सेज। ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, कंक्रीट टेक्नोलॉजी, वाटर रिसोर्स, सर्वेइंग, मटेरियल्स की लैब्स अवेलेबल है। सॉफ्टवेयर का अलग से लैब है जिसमें स्टैट प्रो और ऑटोकैड AKS यूनिवर्सिटी में अवेलेबल है, और इन सॉफ्टवेयर्स की ट्रेनिंग बच्चों को कराई जाती है और उनको इसका एक्सपर्टाइज दिया जा रहा है।
यूनिवर्सिटी के सिविल इंजीनियरिंग के छात्रों ने 2016 में IIT मुंबई में अखिल भारतीय ब्रिज डिजाइन कंपटीशन में प्रथम स्थान प्राप्त किया।
We are running various courses, graduate courses as well as postgraduate courses. In graduate courses, we are running BCA, BSc, BTech Computer Science and Engineering. In postgraduate diploma, we are running PGDCA as well as DCA. MCA is also the one of the important course in computer science and application department. We are providing a live project platform to students so as to they can develop their programming skill very smoothly. In AKS campus, computer science department is managing one software development cell also. Here students are developing live projects. Computer science and IT department is having smart classes, smart projects like NS2. We can take attendance of students online in Android phones or computer. Parents and students can see their attendance in laptops, computers or mobile anytime, anywhere. The approach of the student is research oriented. We are also associated with IIT Bombay for technical courses. We are having Linux lab, we are having various infrastructures which is required for student development and grooming.
हमारे यहाँ अच्छी प्रयोगशालाएं, एक अच्छा फार्म, मशीनीकृत फार्म भी है, जिससे हम विद्यार्थियों को आधुनिक वैज्ञानिक तरीकों के द्वारा कृषि करना सिखाते हैं।
AKS यूनिवर्सिटी सतना में BSc एग्रीकल्चर तथा BTech एग्रीकल्चर दोनों ही प्रकार के कोर्सेज चल रहे हैं। MSc एग्रीकल्चर में हमारे पास अभी 3 ब्रांचेस में कोर्स चल रहा है, जिसमें कि MSc एग्रीकल्चर हॉर्टिकल्चर, MSc एग्रीकल्चर एग्रोनॉमी एंड MSc एग्रीकल्चर सॉइल साइंस, MSc एग्रीकल्चर प्लांट पैथोलॉजी एंड MSc एग्रीकल्चर एंटोमोलॉजी में भी कोर्स स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं। हॉर्टिकल्चर लैब है, एग्रोनॉमी लैब है, प्लांट प्रोटेक्शन लैब है, प्लांट पैथोलॉजी भी लैब है, और हनी प्रोडक्शन भी हमारे यहाँ बच्चों को ट्रेनिंग करवाई जाती है। सॉइल साइंस की लैब है जिसके यहाँ हम सॉइल टेस्टिंग भी करते हैं। रावे प्रोग्राम जो कि रूरल एग्रीकल्चर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है, इस प्रोग्राम के अंतर्गत हम अपने बच्चों को सतना और सतना के आसपास के एरिया में जो गांव हैं उन गांव में हम अपने बच्चों को वहां पर भेजते हैं। AKS यूनिवर्सिटी के पॉली हाउस में यहाँ के वैज्ञानिकों द्वारा 7 फीट तक की लौकियाँ पैदा की गईं। एग्रीकल्चर रिसर्च एक्सपेरिमेंटल फार्म में छात्रों द्वारा यहाँ पर तरह तरह की फसलों पर प्रयोग किए जाते हैं। खेती से रिलेटेड जो भी मशीनरी है वो सब मशीनरी हमारे पास उपलब्ध है।
फूड टेक्नोलॉजी में डिप्लोमा और बीटेक, डिप्लोमा 3 साल का कोर्स है और बीटेक 4 साल का कोर्स है। 2018 में AKS यूनिवर्सिटी में हम एमटेक और PhD भी शुरू कर देंगे। पहले साल हम बेकरी का कोर्स करवाते हैं। चौथे सेमेस्टर में हम उनको सीरियल्स और पल्सेस, अनाज और दलहन को हम उसकी ट्रेनिंग उनको देते हैं। उसके बाद कन्फेक्शनरी है, बेवरेजेस हैं यानी पेय पदार्थ हैं, मसाले हैं, फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल, फल, सब्जियां इत्यादि, इन सब पर हम उनको ये स्किल डेवलप करके उनका एक प्रकार से कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ाते हैं। सेकंड और फोर्थ सेमेस्टर में हम उन्हें 6 इंडस्ट्रीज़ में लेकर गए। इंडस्ट्रियल विजिट्स तो हमारे लिए बहुत महत्व की हैं। IIT खड़गपुर में मैंने 10.25 साल गुजारे। मैंने बीटेक, एमटेक और PhD की। वहाँ जो मैंने सीखा वो यहाँ पर विद्यार्थियों को देने की पूरी भरसक कोशिश हो रही है।
सेंटर ऑफ इनोवेशन इन ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज क्रिएट किए हैं और जो ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज हम भूल चुके हैं, जिसके हमारे पास जो कभी एक ज़माने में वैल्यू होता था, उसको फिर हमको रिसर्च करना है, करके फिर उसको वापस लाना है हमारे सोसाइटी के लिए। इसके लिए हमने सेंटर बनाया, रिसर्च सेंटर।
बायोटेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट यूनिवर्सिटी के इस्टेब्लिशमेंट के साथ शुरू किया गया। पहले शुरुआत में 3 कोर्स शुरू किए थे जिसमें MSc बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, बीटेक बायोटेक्नोलॉजी एंड बीटेक ऑनर्स इन बायोटेक्नोलॉजी की शुरुआत की थी। और मोर रिसेंटली अभी PhD प्रोग्राम इस पर UGC गाइडलाइन स्टार्ट किया गया है। माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म पे काम करने के लिए माइक्रोबियल टेक्नोलॉजी की लैब फैसिलिटीज़ है। इम्यूनोलॉजी पे वर्क करने के लिए इम्यूनोलॉजी लैबोरेटरीज़, मॉलिकुलर बायोलॉजी लैबोरेटरी और साथ में प्लांट टिश्यू कल्चर, प्लांट बायोटेक्नोलॉजी लैबोरेटरी, एनिमल सेल कल्चर लैब और साथ में हमारे यहाँ बायो इन्फॉर्मेटिक्स फैसिलिटी भी है। और रिसेंटली हमने यहाँ पे नैनो बायोटेक्नोलॉजी लैब भी डेवलप की है। बच्चे जब इंडस्ट्रीज़ में जाते हैं या एकेडमिक्स में जाते हैं तो उनको सस्टेन करने के लिए मैक्सिमम उनके पास प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज होना चाहिए, स्किल्स होनी चाहिए अपने सब्जेक्ट से रिलेटेड, ताकि आप उस पर काम कर पाएँ। तो हमने इसको ध्यान में रखते हुए एक सेंटर ऑफ एक्सेलेंस इन बायोटेक्नोलॉजी रिसर्च एंड ट्रेनिंग सेंटर डेवलप किया है, जिसके अंतर्गत बच्चों को जो मॉडर्न सोफिस्टिकेटेड जितनी टेक्नोलॉजीज़ है बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, उस पर हैंड्स ऑन ट्रेनिंग स्पेशली प्रोवाइड की जाती है, ताकि बच्चों को एज पर नीड ऑफ इंडस्ट्री एंड एकेडमिक्स तैयार किया जा सके, ताकि वो इजीली आगे चल के एब्जॉर्ब हो सकें।
फार्मेसी डिपार्टमेंट में 2 कोर्सेज रन किए जाते हैं, डिप्लोमा इन फार्मेसी और बी फार्मेसी, बैचलर इन फार्मेसी। ये दोनों कोर्सेज हमारे फार्मेसी काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया से अप्रूव्ड हैं। और जो हमारे यहाँ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हैं रिगार्डिंग लेबोरेटरी वाइज एंड स्टाफ वाइज एंड फैसिलिटी वाइज, ये सब फार्मेसी काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया के नॉर्म्स को हम फॉलो करते हैं। वेल स्टैब्लिश्ड एनिमल हाउस है और हर्बल गार्डन की फैसिलिटी है। फ्यूचर में एक सोफिस्टिकेटेड एनालिटिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन फैसिलिटी डेवलप करने वाले हैं जो कि मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी होगा।
दिल्ली, पुणे आदि स्थानों से अनुभवी एवं हाईली क्वालिफाइड शिक्षकों द्वारा ऑनलाइन क्लासरूम के जरिए रोज यूनिवर्सिटी के छात्रों को शिक्षण प्रदान किया जाता है। विश्वविद्यालय की लाइब्रेरी में 60,000 से ज्यादा पुस्तकों, 300 प्रिंट जर्नल्स व मैगजीन्स, 500 ऑनलाइन जर्नल्स तथा 20 न्यूज़पेपर्स का संग्रह छात्रों के लिए बड़ा लाभप्रद सिद्ध हुआ है। यूनिवर्सिटी कैंपस में आप छात्रों को खेल कूद की गतिविधियों में बढ़ चढ़कर हिस्सा लेते हुए देख सकते हैं। एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटीज का मेंबर होने के कारण AKS यूनिवर्सिटी के छात्र नेशनल लेवल की खेलकूद प्रतियोगिताओं में भाग ले सकते हैं।
हमारे यूनिवर्सिटी में एक्चुअली क्या है, सभी ग्राउंड्स अवेलेबल हैं। फुटबॉल ग्राउंड, वॉलीबॉल ग्राउंड, बास्केटबॉल ग्राउंड, देन बैडमिंटन ग्राउंड, और इंडोर्स में चेस, कैरम, टेबल टेनिस, क्रिकेट हमारे यहाँ है। यूनिवर्सिटी कैंपस के अंदर बोथ ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट्स का हम टूर्नामेंट कंडक्ट कराते हैं वीकली टू वीकली। जो भी बच्चे उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं उनसे हम अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी टीम खड़ी करते हैं। नेशनल स्टेट लेवल पे वही टीम आगे चलकर पार्टिसिपेट करती है।
Okay, so welcome to all in the 2 days international conference organized by CSI and Computer Science Department, AKS University, Satna. I, Shivani Patnaha, from Computer Science Department, AKS University, welcoming you all in the second day of International Conference on Emerging Trends in Artificial Intelligence and Smart System, TEEETAS-2022. This is an very immensely exciting event and day for the university as well as CS department for organizing this kind of huge conference in association with CSI. In the 2 days international conferences, our aim is to cover all the future aspects and future researching areas of computer science in the domain of artificial intelligence, big data, machine learning, and many more. I am as a moderator of this technical event, this technical session, inviting you all and welcoming you all in this particular session. In this second day of international conference, in this particular session, our session chairs are Mr. Nishant Srivastava and Dr. Amit Bhagat. Dr. Nishant.
This is Dr. Nishant Srivastava and Dr. Amit Bhagat.
Yes, sir. Is there any miscommunication?
Yeah, you have told as Mr. Nishant Srivastava. I am saying
Dr.
that this is
Nishant,
Yeah.
Dr. Nishant Srivastava and Dr. Amit Bhagat.
Okay. Thank you.
Dr. Nishant Srivastava is currently working with JP University, Anup Shahar, as professor and head of Department of Computer Science Engineering. He has vast teaching and research experience over 18 years in different fields of academics. He has published many articles in reputed journals and conferences. His present area of representing the domain, representing research and papers are image processing, machine learning, computer visions, and many more. Our second session chair is Dr. Amit Bhagat. Amit Bhagat, sir, by profession, assistant professor at Department of Computer Application in Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, Manet, Bhopal. He has completed his PhD in computer application in 2013. Their research domains are natural learning processing, machine learning, data mining, and many more. He has published many research papers in various journals and conferences as well. Both the session chairs are very reputed and very professionally very enhanced in their own domains. From my side, I am also welcoming my both the participants and all the session chairs from my side. In my team as well, I have Sunita Singh Madam and Lokendra Gaur sir as a session moderator. Now, I'm requesting Dr. Nishant Srivastava sir to say a few words. Sir.
Good morning, all of you. Welcome you all in this session, in this technical session. We will have a number of paper in this session, and I congratulate all the speakers before the start, uh, so that we can gain some knowledge from this session. And there may be different papers, like first paper is by Smart Home Managing and Monitoring System from Amutha M. Kamali. Uh, and second paper is Mitigating to User Cold Start Problem in Recommendation System from Anurag Singh. And many more papers are going to be presented in this session. I request all the speakers to remain uh, pinpointed and just finish their presentation in scheduled times. Okay. Best of luck to all the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'm requesting Amit sir to say few words, please, sir.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Amit Bhagat. I congratulate all the speakers who are going to present their work today. I hope we'll have a good deliberation and we'll have an interactive session. Please keep track of time, and all others should gain as much as possible from the presenter. Best of luck, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'm requesting the participants to be ready, and you have almost 5 to 7 minutes to conclude your paper presentation. And after that, we have query session as well from sir's side, Nishant sir, and from Amit sir's side. Our first paper is represented by Amutha and M. Kamali S. and Sirli. Are you present, sir? Hello. Anurag Singh and Dr. Shubhadra Shaw.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Okay, sir. So,
Hello.
hello, Anurag sir, are you ready?
Ready, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So, please represent your paper.
Good morning, sir, and good morning to everybody. My topic is mitigating to user cold start issue in recommendation systems. Or contents is introduction, objective, literature view, research methodology, result discussion, and conclusion and references. Introductions. The recommender system enhances access and lead to recommendation appropriate items to user by visual the user's raised choice and objective behavior. And nowadays, every e-commerce companies try to use the facility of RS. It is the most significant things about. I am audible, sir.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Nowadays, every e-commerce companies try to use the facility of RS. It is the most significant things about e-commerce and number of other applications. The RS utilizes the machine learning techniques and tools to predict the user's preferences by utilizing their previous shopping information and selecting products among the tremendous amount of accessible items for the users. Actually, cold star is a common issue in recommendation systems. It occurs when the system does not have a record or rating history of the target users. This paper provides a study of solution proposed to address the new user cold start problem in recommendation systems. Objective are to study the cold start issue in recommendation systems and to reduce the effect of new user cold start issue through popularity based recommendation models. We reviewed some of the work related to our proposed approach. We selected some papers we reviewed, like Moisen et al. In these papers, authors focus on trust walker and random walker models, but still they did not provide the effective solutions to cold start issue in these domains. And next paper is considered Hammonds P et al. In this paper's author considered the popular tag and for all the users, and they try to reduce the cold start issue in recommendation systems. In other papers is Anand et al. They provide the metric method supported users. They alleviate the item side cold start problems. And next paper is considered the John on Doven. The publication is elsewhere. In this paper's author considered the predictions on the base of profile users, but it is based on a we can say that personalized recommendation systems. And next paper is considered the Wang et al. In this paper's author considered the web shopping domains and cross domain systems. They attempt to resolve the cold start problems. This is the research methodology is problem definition. These problems occur when means cold start problems occurs when new user enter the systems or new item are added to the catalog. In such cases, neither the taste of the new users can be predicted nor can the new items be rated or purchased by the users, leading to the less accurate recommendations. So such type of problems is called the cold start problem. There are two type of cold start problems: new user cold start problem and new item cold start problem. In these papers, we consider the new popular models to mitigate the user side cold start problems, and the primary goal problem occurs when the target user does not have a rating history within the system. Our proposed work are a data set, training algorithms, scores, and sort the ranking, and then deploying the popularity models, and they provide the list of recommendation to users. Proposed algorithms are import the essential Python's libraries, read CSV files, and find the maximum and minimum ratings, and then check the 10 users supported ratings. Like that, experiment setup and results. First, CSV files read by Python's libraries, and we consider the Amazon data set like rating underscore view2 dot CSV files, and it have 4 columns like user ID, product ID, and rating and timestamp. Then find the maximum and minimum ratings. This is the visualization part of ratings. Next, then after sorting, we display the top 10 users on the base of ratings. Then all the data is divided, split into training set and test set, and in 80-20 ratios, they show the result after split. And then building the popularity models and count the ID for user ID for the unique product recommendation. The output was this. Then sort the product according to recommendation scores. Then display the result. Basically, it is a non-personalized recommendation systems, and every users when enter these systems, our models provide the top 10 product to every users. We evaluate the recommendation systems on the base of root mean square errors, and our models trueness is 0.44.2 is the RMS value. If RMS value is nearest to 0, so our models product the true or efficient value. Our accuracy is super, but our model provide 0.44 7.2 point. This is the result discussions. We compare to other popular personalized and non-personalized algorithms. We compare with collaborative systems, algorithm with KNN with means and SVD, but popularity based models result is 0.44 compared to other models. Conclusions are the recommendation systems will help a new small scale industry improve their customer experience and result in better customer acquisitions and retentions. Popularity based could be a vast strategy on focus on the new user with the 4 most popular products sold on e-commerce, and is extremely useful to cold start recommendation systems. These models result is 0.44, 0.72%. And basically it is a non-personalized recommendation systems, and popularity based algorithms have their used case when the user would similar to browse the foremost popular items. In the near futures, the RMS value of PBRM, means popularity based recommendation system models, could be reduced, and also the performance of these models could be improved. We hope this approach will improve the performance of our algorithms because our preliminary experience has shown the promising result. This is the references. Thank you. If you any query, you can ask, sir.
Anurag,
Thank
you
you so
have
much, sir.
Anurag, you have told that you are making system for new user. That is when
Ji.
a new user enter the system does not
Ji.
know his preferences.
Ji.
So
Because Ji.
yes. So can you explain how you are adjusting those preferences if the preferences are not available in the system? So how will you accommodate the new user?
Sir, when new user enter these systems, because systems have not any knowledge about that users taste and desiredness of the users, that times recommendation system will not predict the accurate recommend to that users. Or for that cases, our recommendation system just provide the popular product to that users.
So will that the strategy of popular product will work for every user?
Yes, sir. That popular product work for every user. So we can say that it is the non-personalized recommendation system, sir.
Yes, yes. So have you ever learned about collaborative and content-based filtering in this recommendation system? So
Sir, Ji. Ji,
is
sir.
your approach is based on collaborative filtering or content-based filtering?
So actually, we use the average mean algorithm. So we did not consider the collaborative filter because collaborative filtering is used for personalized recommendation systems. They compared the product and they compared the purchasing history of users. But this model is only for non-personalized systems. Content-based compare the features of product, and collaborative filtering consider the purchasing history of users.
Yes, yes, yes. So that means your main focus will be on content-based filtering in this approach.
Actually, we try to reduce the user cold start issue in recommendation system, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Anurag Singh, sir.
Ji, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm requesting our next paper presenter to represent their paper. For that, I'm requesting Jay Kumar Jain, sir. Are you present? Hello.
Yes, Jayakumar is present.
Jay Kumar Jain, sir. Am I
Yes.
audible to you?
His mic is off.
Nitesh, sir. Are you present for representing your paper?
Jayakumar Jain has left the meeting.
Yes, sir. Nitesh, sir. Are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you ready for representing your papers from your side?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. So please represent your paper.
Okay. Okay, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning to everyone.
सर प्लीज थोड़ा सा लाउड बोलेंगे. निशांत सर, आर यू ओके विद दिस?
Yeah, sure.
ओके.
Continue.
Good morning to everyone. Myself Nitesh Gudichor. My paper ID is 45 and title is Secure Routing Protocol Against Internal and External Attack in Minutes. So I'm covering this content and abstract for this my research paper. A mobile ad hoc network is a group of mobile nodes that contain with another wireless network to build a temporary network without the use of infrastructure or centralized administration. Secure routing is an important concern in MANETs. This paper discusses the existing routing protocol in MANET, security issue while routing, and existing secure routing protocols. Second part of this paper, I'm just proposing my work, secure routing algorithm that provides security by employing an anonymous key establishment method that avoid the involvement of malicious node in routing. In MANET, the secure routing protocol protects the network from both internal and external attacks. Now, introduction. So, MANET is a infrastructure-less network, and due to this, their open nature, it is easy to attack by any attacker. So in MANET, water information is transferred from one node to another via radio frequency, which is referred to as peer-to-peer communication. And due to this one, it may be extremely vulnerable for the any attacker. Means any attacker can attack, and due to this open nature, in MANET there is the control information is transferred first to maintain the network operational, followed by the original data for communication. So this control and this data information, it will be the transmit from one to another. Now in MANET, it's a security concern, and this is the primary concern. So end-to-end this link, and due to this end-to-end link, there is the ensurety about the security. So in this paper and what I have studied, I discuss here two different type of attack will be there. Now, what is the objective of this my work? Implementation of secure routing algorithm for malicious node prevention. So, it may be internal or external communication of this malicious node. Now, I studied and found this in a literature review. I studied the different types of message it transmits from one to another, and first one is the control traffic and second one is the data traffic. So control traffic is the capability of network to send number of packets. In most cases, an attacker target the network. As MANET is the infrastructure-less network, the control information is sent continuously in the network to check the next hop availability as well as to keep the network active for information transfer. The attacker can easily attack on the control traffic and enter into the network by making the nodes malicious and eavesdrop the network. As the result of this, there is a loss of control packets. Now, data traffic attacks in a MANET, it's a control message and data message transmission is done by the protocol. The meaningful information which transmit in the network is called data, and such attack we can call it, it's a data traffic attack. So while studying these two attacks, I found some impact on the network, and I found some different types of attack which is occurred in a network. So I found this wormhole attack, hello flood attack, bogus registration attack, man in middle attack, rushing attack, Sibyl attack, cache poisoning attack, blackmail, and cooperative blackmail attack. These are the impacts. So wormhole attack, it just forms the tunneling and drops all the packets, and it is difficult to detect. And this hello flood attack is flooding the control messages. bogus registration is stolen the beacons and become a part of network. Man in middle, it's easily avenged of the network. Rushing attack is flooding the control message and it's making a bulky networks. Sybil attack, it's increasing the size of network. And cache poisoning attack, it's a fake route description to forward the data. It's a blackmail affecting path by the confusing network. And this cooperative blackmail attacks cluster the node affects multiple path in a network. It's these are the control traffic attack. Now, this data traffic attack, this impact on the network, it's a black hole, it's a total drop of the packets and collapse the network. Gray hole attack, more drop of the packet and send a fake route reply request with the respect to node and time. Cooperative black hole, it's a clustering of malicious node and affect the more number of paths. Jellyfish attack, it's an end-to-end delay in a network. After this study, that is control traffic and this data traffic, now I found some existing defense mechanism, which is already worked by the other authors. So it's a key-based mechanism, watchdog method mechanism, then IDS mechanism, symmetric key encryption, and asymmetric key encryption. And using this existing defense mechanism, I found some drawback, and this drawback just using IDS, it's they cannot detect the source of attack, and in any case of attack, it just log the whole network. Symmetric, it's a problem. Crypto system have a problem of key transportation. Asymmetric crypto system have a problem of key management. And in a watchdog mechanism, it's a main problem is multicast group. It's a key group key transmission key method. The main problem is multicast group communication, which is security, and we have to improve as per as a requirement. So there may be a various number of key used, and due to this, then I propose my work. So I just proposing the secure routing protocol guards against the assault in a manner. The network security is provided by the implementation module through the use of anonymous key establishment between the two communication nodes and secure routes discovery mechanism from source to destination. It's prevent hostile node from joining the network and also prevent network node from becoming malviolent and hence producing a completely secure network for transmission. So this proposed method using this anonymous key establishment, and we try to just form the one route. It may be a secure route discovery, and after optimization, I will apply this proposed method using just modifying the algorithm. So what I have suggested this technique, if any node in the network become hostile, it is unable to calculate the shared secret key required for the data transfer, and any node from the outside is prohibited from the entering the network without first calculating the shared key. And these techniques just will ensure about the security and this now number of funds and including privacy protection and packet delivery ratio or throughput. So I'm working on this Dolphin optimization algorithm to perform this further works related to this my work. And this is the expected outcome to what I have proposed the method and related to this one. So I just compared this one with the AOD routing protocol, and this suggested scheme. It's a secure routing protocol for MANET. It will achieve the the suggested protocol is a privacy protecting routing protocol, and AODV is the sole routing protocol that is unable to guarantee security. So while routing, packets are dropped more frequently in AODV than in secure routing protocol. It has an effect of the network throughput. So expected result, the secure routing protocol projected throughput is larger than that of the AVDV routing protocol. And for implementing this one, I have just started work with this some simulator and NS3 and using the random node placement. Just consider the 50 nodes and working on the multicast routing. And I will start. I have started the work on the this one. Okay, sir. And these are the conclusion. So it's just manage is composed the autonomous mobile nodes. It is a self-configuring mobile ad hoc networks with an embedded self-configuring and self-organizing network. So in a minute, eliminate the need for centralized or fixed infrastructure by allowing the nodes interact directly with one another. Managed operation and use of routing protocol inside network involve registering and configuring him in the network in order to initiate information exchange with all neighbors nodes for the purpose of updating the routing table and other required information. While data transmission and control within the network are dynamic. So any invalid nodes that gain access to data or control over their path as a result of an attack on control message loses the packet or disrupt the network as a result of the attacker. So we just explore the several attacks that result in message dropping and execution of all bogus transmission and conversation in this section. Existing routing mechanism in a MANET and AODV are muddled and perform erratically during communication. Each type of attack has an effect on an average drop on the network via faulty nodes. So tunneling across this pathway and packet dropping attack. So this always result will change the network behavior. So I just trying to just prevent this network from the malicious node using this my proposed scheme, and this in a next work I will represent about this my optimization algorithm and their result. So these are the references, sir, which I have referred, and thank you.
Okay, Nitesh ji, one thing I want to tell you that make your presentation point wise. Okay, I have seen a lot of theory written in your slides.
Okay, sir.
So this is not a good practice. So make your presentation by simply highlighting the points only. Don't write paragraph like this.
Okay.
Okay. And second thing, I have noted that you have not presented any results. You have simply said that your system is better than distance vector routing protocol or
Yes, sir, in a PG
without any graphs, without any tables, without any actual result. How can you say that this is better? That is also very good wrong practice.
So, sir, it was just expected outcome, sir.
No, expected is different. You should have actually perform the experiment and get the results. Then only you can say that this is better than others.
Okay.
You cannot expect anything here.
Yes, sir.
And third thing is that you have designed a new protocol as per you. But in which category in this protocol will come? Is it a reactive protocol or it is a proactive protocol?
Reactive, sir.
Reactive protocol. That means it will produce response only when there is a change in the network.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how it is different from this ad hoc adaptive distance vector routing and link state routing, optimized link state routing protocols that are already existing?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, when network will establish. So it first identify their information, just collecting the routing information or node information. Then it will using this link state routing protocol, it find the path, but it's required the optimization. So for that optimization, I'm studying about this Dolphin optimization algorithm, which is find the best route for this communication from source to destination. And if and I will implement this using the key establishment method. So I'm just studying on this.
Yeah, but I am advising you to increase your contribution in the paper. Okay,
Okay,
because you are just mixing all the existing techniques into one technique to make your own techniques. Just it is only this expression. So try to improve your contribution in this paper. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Nitish, sir, for
Thank you, sir. Thank
presenting
you, ma'am.
yourself. Now I'm requesting next researcher, Jay Kumar, sir. Are you ready now?
Yes, ma'am. My voice is clear, ma'am, from your side?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Please
ma'am.
present your paper.
Okay. My screen is visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, one and all present here. This is this is Jakumar Jain. My paper ID is 44, and my paper title is An Analytical Study of Energy Efficient Routing Approaches in Wireless Sensor Network. And my co-author is Dr. Akhilesh A. Bau, Professor and Head, Department of Computer Sciences, AKS University, Satna. So this is basically the review paper on wireless sensor network, where we have studied about the energy efficient routing protocols or approaches, where we have seen that which protocols is best among the some of them. So I am discussing here. This is the list of contents which will be present here. So first of all, I would like to tell you what is a wireless sensor network. Wireless sensor network are networks that consist of sensors which are distributed in an ad hoc manner. These sensors work with each other to sense some physical phenomenon, and then the information gathered is processed to get relevant results. Wireless sensor networks consist of protocols and algorithms with self-organizing capabilities. So basically, we can say that there are four types of wireless network. When we talk about the wireless network, so there are four category of wireless network: wireless WAN, wireless WAN, wireless LAN, and wireless PAN. Among them, we have one more category, that is the ad hoc category, in which ad hoc category the wireless sensor network basically comes. So this is the basically wireless sensor network. Now, this is the introduction part of my this paper. Here we will discuss about the some characteristic on the basis of dynamic network topology, power constant, do not have global identification, and heterogeneous nodes, and nodes are prone to failure. So these are the some characteristic of wireless sensor network. There will be a dynamic network topology. There is no static, nodes are not fixed, and power constraints, there will be very low power on the nodes. So that's why there is the issue of power. Do not have global identification. No one node has the global identification, and heterogeneous nodes. The nodes are not in homogeneous form. All nodes are in the form of heterogeneous. So these are the some characteristic of wireless sensor network. Now, what is the objective of our study basically? So we have some heads. On the basis of these heads, we have done the study like a small node size. If we have a small node size, then what protocol will be best? Then low node cost then low node cost, what will be the cost of the node if we focus on the low cost, low power consumptions. Power consumption should be low. Scalability, our protocol should be scalable. Cell configurability, self configure should
Actually,
be.
your presentation is not moving here. Your slides are not moving. I am on the first slide only.
Okay, sir. Sir, it's moving or not? Still
Not moving. Not moving, sir.
Not moving.
I am sharing again, ma'am.
Yes.
Am I showing?
No, sir. It's
Am I
blank.
okay? It's visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay.
Now make it full screen and start the slideshow.
Okay, sir. Just now it's showing, sir.
No,
No,
sir. It's not full screen.
you are taking a lot of time. It's better if you come later.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Get your system well, and we will come to you
Next
later on.
participant.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, paper number 39 is ready to present, ma'am.
Okay, sure. Okay, ma'am. No issues. You can.
Okay, ma'am.
Please share your screen, ma'am.
1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, it's visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, all. This is Kamali. We are from Sona College of Technology, Tamil Nadu. Done our project, Smart Manhole Managing and Monitoring System using IoT. So nowadays the manhole management is more important because damages in the manhole leads to many accidents. A good manhole maintenance is an image of excellent town. In fact, not all the areas have the observance team, so it ends up with irregular observance in the manhole conditions. So the workers face many problems during the cleaning and examining the manhole. For objectives of our project is to continuously monitoring the water level, temperature, and gas, and send the messages to the authorities. And it indicates whether the temperature level or water level and gas is high or not. For our literature survey, we surveyed different papers like manhole monitoring and monitoring system implemented in smart cities. This project will be useful for monitoring the manhole cover. And the second one is design and implementations of intelligent manhole cover monitoring system based on IoT. It will monitor all the parameters, but it rings the alarm only. To design, and third one is to design an analysis of underground drainage and manhole monitoring system in smart cities. This project proposed different methods to maintaining and monitoring the underground drainage system. For our research methodology, the block diagram is the Arduino is connected with the GSM module. The water level sensor and temperature sensor and gas sensor are connected with Arduino, and the power supply is given to the GSM module. For explanation, the Arduino is an open source platform that used for both physical programming circuit board. And second one is a water level sensor. Sensor is used to detect the water level in the various applications. So third one is a gas sensor. we're using MQ6 sensor, which is your most sensitive for monitoring the gases. It is highly resistor in the LPG, smokes and etc. And fourth one is temperature sensor. We're using LM35. It is used to monitor the temperature, and the GSM is also we are using to communicate with the computer and GSM systems, and LCD system, which is used to show the title of our project, and also it indicates the alert messages. And the LED also we used for identifying the any changes in the manhole. And power supply we using 12-volt rechargeable battery. And flow chart we using first we started it when we switched on the power system, the LCD will display our project title. If the water level sensor or a temperature sensor or a gas sensor will sense the all those things, and if any changes, it will alert messages, or else it already monitored continuously. For working process, when we give the power supply in GSM module, the gas sensor and temperature sensor and water level sensor will check the any changes in this manhole. If any changes will be occurs, it will send to the messages to the authorities, or else it will continuously monitor the manhole. For this is our working model for our project. This is our output. If any changes in a manhole, the output, the message will be sent to the authorities. This is the output. The output will be tell alert tank overflow, alert temperature high, alert gas leakage is detected. I concluded that this paper proposed different way of watching and monitoring the manhole. It monitors all the parameters like gases and temperature and water levels. It will save for the workers in the manhole. If any changes will occur, it will be sent to the authorities message through the message and take the necessary actions. This is the reference we referred. And thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, Kamli, which communication model have you used in your system for establishing communication between sensors and authorities?
So we're using GSM module to communicate, sir.
Okay. What else can you do in the system for improving the quality of the system? Have you any future plans?
Yeah, sir. We're having using ultrasonic sensor and crack sensor and tilt sensor to monitor the manhole cover.
Okay. Have you compared your work with any other existing system like this? You
No,
just
sir.
make an idea and you have made the system.
Yes, sir. We have some ideas, but we refer different papers, so we are using this sensor, sir.
Yes, you have referred many papers, but you have not compared with any work in this presentation. You have not shown any comparison with other systems. So how can we will be sure that your system is better than others?
Sir, for others, they only using they using ultrasonic sensor, or else they using only a gas sensor. But we using that for monitoring the full underground of the manhole, sir.
So what is the expected cost of this project?
It becomes too low, sir, compared to others, because they are using narrowband technologies like that, sir. So we're using a little bit Arduino, so it will be low cost.
How much cost have you bear for making this project?
For we, it become a 2,000 more, less than 2,000, sir.
Only 2,000. So have you done any coding in this system?
Yes, sir. We done a Arduino program for that.
So can you show the codes?
Sorry, sir. We didn't prepare that code. So we have the code in another system.
I think the code is very small. You can make it a part of your presentation.
No, sir. It's too big because it covers more than 3 pages. So I remove it.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Kamari, this is Dr. Amit Bhagat this side.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So, Kamari, which sensor you have used for sensing the gas? Kamari, am I audible? शिवानी मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Kamali ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Okay, ma'am.
Amit sir is asking you something.
My question is that which type of sensor you have used for monitoring the gas?
Kamali ma'am?
Yes,
Kamal,
ma'am.
Amit sir is asking you something.
I can't hear now. What?
Yeah, madam, my question is that for monitoring gas, which sensor you have used?
Ma'am, sir, we using sir LM35.
LM35 sensor you have used?
MQ36.
MQ35.
One sec.
Yeah, because there are different kinds of gases. When you talk about temperature, so temperature is temperature, 1 unit. But when you talk about gases, there are various kinds of gases which will get
Sir,
generated within.
yes, sir. For gas sensor, we using MQ6 sensor, sir. For our temperature, we using LM35.
Okay, so which kind of gas it will sense? Because there would be various kinds of gases. So will it monitor all kinds of gases and throw its value?
Yeah, sir. We are only sensing like methane gases and CO gases, sir.
Okay, so it will sense only methane gas. So is it programmed like this only?
Sir, no, sir. It sends all the gas, but particularly it indicate sense the methane gases, sir.
Okay. And is there any threshold value, or it will simply throw all the values and then manually will be deciding that whether it is dangerous or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your system will generate an alarm when it gets dangerous, or it will someone has to finalize it.
Sir, I can't hear you, sir, properly.
My question is that your system will automatically generate an alarm when the chamber becomes dangerous because of the presence of gases, or it will have to be done manually.
Sir, it indicates through a message, sir. If any changes occurs, one by one, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Amit sir and Kamali ma'am. Now, I'm requesting Pankaj Kumar Gautam sir to represent your paper.
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
I am sharing my screen. Is my presentation is visual, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
A very good morning to all dignitaries. Okay, thank you, ma'am. A very warm good morning to all dignitaries and the authors present here. I am Pankaj Kumar Gautam. My paper ID is 48. and the title of my review paper is Sentiment Analysis Approaches, a Systematic Review. My co-author is Dr. Subhadra Shah, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Application and Information Technology and Science, AKS University, Satna. The table of content is introduction, objective, literature review, conclusion, and references. Introduction. Natural language processing is one discipline of AI. Basically, the natural language processing is AI discipline that aim to teach machine to read text in the same way that people do by using anonymous corpora of data. Sentiment analysis is a subfield of NLP that is inspired by the inclination to know what others do or feel. This field analyzes people's sentiment, opinion, emotions, appraisals, and attitudes toward entity and their attributes as presented in the text. Organization and government utilize it to gather feedback on their product and services to determine what the other people think about their product or services, or it is good or it is bad. Various mm, techniques like lexicon based, machine learning based, and hybrid techniques are present to uh, understand the field of sentiment analysis. Following are my objective to critically review the literature concerning the automated sentiment extraction and analysis, to explore the various approaches used in sentiment analysis, to find the most appropriate approach to predict the accurate sentiment of the text. In the literature review, we have found various sentiment analysis approach, like first lexicon based approach. That approach uses pre-prepared sentiment lexicons. This is basically classified into two parts: dictionary based and corpus based. Dictionary based approach is a generalized lexicon based approach. Uh, Rather, corpus based approach is specialized to a particular domain. Another classification is machine learning classification. Machine learning based classification is also categorized into subfields: supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised. Supervised approach uses the labeled data to train the model, then predict the output. Unsupervised machine learning based model takes unlabeled data and predict the output. Semi-supervised machine learning is the middle of the supervised and unsupervised machine learning model. It takes some labeled data, a few labeled data, and more unlabeled data. Deep learning is the another classification where where it try to copy how the machine, how the human brain learn specific type of knowledge, like in driverless car. Another classification is hybrid. Hybrid is the basically composition of more than two uh, these techniques. Another sentiment classification is done on the basis of label wise. That is called aspect, yeah, feature level, sentence level, and the document level. In the feature level, we find the sentiment of a particular feature. But in sentence level, we find the sentiment of the whole sentence. In the document level, we try to find the sentiment of the whole document. It is either positive, either negative, either neutral. This is the comparative analysis of various approaches, where a lexicon-based approach is classified into dictionary-based and corpus-based. The advantage of the dictionary-based approach is they don't need labeled data to forecast unobserved events. A fully labeled training set is generally impractical due to the high cost of data labeling, while unlabeled data is comparatively inexpensive. The cost of automatic text analysis is incredibly inexpensive when dictionary is completed. There are some limitation in this approach. When the margin between class is too small, the explicit lexicon-based strategy frequently fail to differentiate the classes. Like fine-grained sentiment analysis, it is failed to accurately classify the sentiment. The lexicon-based system's performance can also be influenced by datasets complexity and noise. This approach has a lack of domain specialty. It leads to less efficiency in a particular domain. While we consider the corpus based, it has some advantage. It can achieve outstanding performance in a specific domain, but it has a limitation that a corpus based technique has low generalization. Machine learning based approach is classified into supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised. Supervised have the advantage that this approach learn implicit pattern from labeled data and hence perform better in determining the polarity of complex scenarios. It has limitation. The accuracy of supervised machine learning method varies by domain and is influenced by parameter adjustment. Unsupervised have the advantage. This is well suited in domain where unlabeled data is available to train model like fine-grained sentiment analysis. It has also one limitation. Classification accuracy is low in this approach compared to the supervised approach. Semi-supervised approach transform traditional classifier take time to label data. Semi-supervised learning has resolved this approach by combining a small amount of labeled data with huge amount of unlabeled data to build an efficient classifier. It is complex to build model with this approach. This is the limitation. Hybrid methods solve the limitation by removing their disadvantage and take advantage of component approach. This is the conclusion. First, dictionary-based approach has a lack of domain specificity. A corpus-based technique has low generalization. The accuracy of supervised machine learning method varies by domain and is influenced by parameter adjustment. Unsupervised approach has less classification accuracy than supervised. It is complex to build a model with semi-supervised approach. Hybrid approach remove the limitation and take advantage of the component approach. These are the references which I have used to prepare this review presentation. Thank you. Thank you. Any question?
So Pankaj, can you tell me
Hello.
what? Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Pankaj ji. Hello.
Yes,
Pankaj,
sir. Yes, sir.
are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you have reviewed all the techniques that are available for
Hello.
sentiment analysis. Yes, Pankaj.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what are the steps that you will follow
Yes, sir.
if you want to develop a sentiment analysis system? What steps will you follow?
This. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Basically, first step is data collection.
Say for example, you want
Data
to analyze the
step
Twitter data.
in
For example, you want to analyze Twitter data for
yes, sir.
sentiment.
There I have Twitter. Yes,
How
sir. Yes,
can you
sir.
analyze? How what steps will you follow?
There have Twitter API. Sir, I am audible.
Yes, yes.
Sir, I am audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, first we use Twitter API to yes, sir. First we use Twitter API to extract the Twitter data. Then we perform the pre-processing of the data, where we remove stop words, and various activities we perform to remove that word which have not any significant role to find the sentiment of the text. Then we perform the feature extraction method, where we extract the feature which are helpful or relevant to find the sentiment of a particular question. Then we perform the feature uh, selection, in which we select those features which are really helpful to find the sentiment of the uh, text or document. Then we perform the then our machine learning method apply, and it classify before then we apply these data to train the machine learning model. After training the model, machine is able to predict the correct sentiment of new input data. And after testing a new data, we evaluate the performance of the model by various performance parameters like accuracy, F1 score, recall, precision. That's it, sir.
So you are saying that you will analyze the data, but there are some words that tells the emotions like good, bad,
Yes,
I
sir.
like it. So there are few words. So have you any? Will you maintain any database of such words? If they
Yes, sir.
exist in those sentences, then you define that this is a negative sentence or this is a positive sentence. Ultimately, to divide your sentences, all the tweets into positive or negative category. Yes.
Yes, yes, sir. After data collect, sir, after data collection, we have to label that data so that we can classify into two groups or three groups according to their meaning. This work is manually done by me.
This work will be manually
This
done.
is called
So how
data,
will
sir.
you automate this process? How will that process will get automated if you do everything
Yes,
manually?
sir, 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 in supervised machine learning, this work is done by manually. This takes times, but when we
No.
trained machine by this labeled data, then when new data comes, then after seeing the label of that data, this machine accurately tells the correct sentiment of the machine. Otherwise, it gives incorrect, maybe give incorrect sentiment.
No, I suggest you to make your presentation more detailed. Actually, many things have you have not covered in this presentation. Or if you are doing review on some topic, then just give a detailed review. Only you have given only 15 references, and this is not enough for a review paper, I think. So this
Yes, sir.
the field that you have selected is very encouraging. Nowadays, a lot of research is going on in this field. So do just
Yes,
go and review all different papers, latest work, okay, and make that the papers part of your presentation
yes,
and
sir.
your
Yes,
okay,
sir. Yes.
okay, thank
Yes.
Yeah, Pankaj, Dr. Amit Bhagat
Thank
this
you, sir.
side. What initially Nishan sir was asking that how many classification algorithms
Yes.
have you studied?
you. Yes.
Pankaj, am I audible?
Basically, sir, basically classification various yes, sir. Yes, sir. Various classification algorithms are using nowadays, like support vector machine, neo Bayes, random forest, linear logistic regression, and various other KNN. Various others are using nowadays. So we can use any best algorithm to predict the sentiment of the.
So which algorithm do you find best?
Hello. Sir, actually, after analyzing various papers, I have find support vector machine, neo Bayes, and random forest are the some few most efficient methods or classifier methods used in supervised machine learning.
So basically, when you're writing a review paper, your review paper should contain at least 30 to 35 papers, and that
Yes,
too in
yes.
a detailed manner, because today you have mentioned only 15 papers.
Yes.
So it is not sufficient enough to qualify as a review paper. First point.
Yes.
Second, you should be able to defend your work with
Yes.
respect to that how people have actually done it. हम सिंपली ये नहीं कह सकते कि यस इतने पेपर थे उन्होंने ये किया और ये नहीं किया. Ultimately, you'll have to give a detailed review.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have to analyze all the methods analytically.
Yes, sir.
Analytical results you have to produce by analyzing all the papers and the results produced by
Yes,
them.
sir.
You have to critically analyze all the results, and that will be part of your paper.
And very importantly, we never do anything manually.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
because the data is so huge, you can never. Otherwise, what's the use of using a computer if you are going to classify it or to giving it a label manually? So you'll have to do it with the help of a system only. Okay. Now, suppose Pankaj, a
Yes, sir.
statement is there that the camera
Yes.
of iPhone 13 is cool. किस कैटेगरी में आएगा ये स्टेटमेंट? कैमरा ऑफ iPhone 13 is cool.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is sir positive. This is positive sentiment.
And under which category जो आपने एक टेबल दिखाया था, under which category does it falls?
Basically, sir, this is done with the aspect-based sentiment analysis, where we find the aspect of an entity and give according to aspect their sentiment may be varies. Like feature camera's feature is good, means positive, but the battery feature may be negative. So this comes under the aspect-based sentiment analysis, which also comes under the supervised machine learning.
Yeah, so that is why with the help of this example, we can understand that we can never be able to label a particular data manually, है ना? Because there are a variety of data. Okay, so please enhance your presentation.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
sir. Now I'm requesting MB Singh and Smita Das, ma'am, to represent your paper. Are you connected? MB Singh and Smita Das. Are you connected? Pavan Kumar Gupta. Next up is Pavan Kumar Gupta.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hello. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So please share your screen and represent your paper.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Next is Ambi Singh and Smita Das, paper number 52. After Pankaj Kumar Gautam, we are the next two present.
I called you, ma'am, but you haven't replied.
Oh, okay, okay. Can I
After,
present now?
I think right now Pavan is representing.
Oh, no problem.
After that, after Pavan, next up
I can
is you.
present.
Okay.
Ma'am, Jack Margin are also ready. for
Yes, yes,
presentation.
I know. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Okay, Pavan, please represent your paper. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
PPT is visual.
Yes, your PPT is visible. Make it full screen.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good afternoon to all. My paper ID is 59 and title is Secure and Stable Routing Protocol for Wireless Network, review paper. And with my co-author is Akhilesh Avayo sir, head of CSC department, AKS University. Contain our introduction, objective, literature review, research methodology, research result and discussion.
Your
And
slide is not
conclusion.
moving, Pavan.
Okay.
Make it full screen.
Now it's okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Contain our introduction, objective, literature review, research methodology, research result and discussion and conclusion references. So as we use stable and routing, where is a wireless network? Wireless network is a group of electronic devices that have no physical medium, just like mobile phone, computer, printers are connected each other with using wireless devices. Then protocol means a set of rules which provide transmission between two devices. Then stable network, stability of transmission data between the source and destination nodes are different devices. Then secure network is a just like secure network means security measure applied in places such as home, business, schools, colleges. That's it. Then protect them from network attacks. My objective are authenticate and ensure integrity and inter domain routing means when we are transferring our data from one device to another device, there is chances to uh, uh, attacked by other person. So we authenticate that this मीन्स इसमें हम कुछ ऑथेंटिकेट करेंगे कि हमारा डेटा ट्रांसफर ना हो मीन्स ट्रांसफर हो लेकिन कोई और उसको यूज ना कर पाए देन मेंटेनिंग कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी regarding the protection of user and routing data privacy in inter domain routing. Same means हमारे तीन रूल होते हैं इंटीग्रेशन कॉन्फिडेंसी एंड ऑथेंटिकेशन so where these are my objective. So maintain the integrity, confidentially and authentication to attack by other person. Then literature review. I am using here 20 literature other author paper. Here some are using stable routing protocols, some are using a wireless communication network, and some are using uh, design a algorithm to secure our data with other attacks from these are reviews. Uh, First one is JB, which I used Gate GSEP, name as Gateway Stable Election Protocol. Here, this scheme changed the election probability of choosing a cluster head by taking distance, average distance, and reschedule entropy of. Here, entropy means distance, sorted path. To analyze the result of gateway node in install center of network means a base station where data is stored, and to transfer to destination station. Then Sapna author introduced a new integrity approach, energy aware, optimal clustering and secure routing. This algorithm combines three techniques: optimal clustering, reliable routing, and secure transmission. These मेक इन ये जो भी परफॉर्मेंस किया गया है ये मैटलैब सिमुलेटर में किया गया है एंड achieving it. This paper provide a comprehensive overview of UAV network, various communication links, routing protocols, mobility models, key research topic, and flying ad hoc network simulator system which used for flights. मीन्स जो एरोप्लेन के वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन होते हैं उसके लिए इन्होंने एक नेटवर्क एक एल्गोरिथम डिजाइन किया है. देन लास्ट वन इज जो एट दिस ऑथर this author make algorithm for wolf gray wolf optimizer. This like a sorry मीन्स जैसे वायरलेस कम्युनिकेशन होता है तो उसमें हमारा बेस स्टेशन होता है, मोबिलिटी स्टेशन होते हैं, तो वहाँ पे इन्होंने एक एग्जांपल लिया है जंगल का जिसमें उन्होंने वोल्फ को कंसीडर किया एज अ पर्सन एंड बेस स्टेशन आर ट्रीज. तो यहाँ पे जो वुल्फ होते हैं वो ट्रांसफर होते रहते हैं, जब चेंज होते रहते हैं कंडीशन. देन जो हमारा ट्रीज है उनकी प्लेस जो होता है वो सेम होती है. तो यहाँ पे हम कैसे कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं उसका एक एग्जांपल इन्होंने एक मेथड अप्लाई किया था जो जिसमें डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टू वुल्फ एंड डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टू ऑब्जेक्ट से वो रिलेट कर रहे हैं इसको. Then conclusion, with this new era of technology enhanced, we are gradually moving toward quantum computing, cloud computing, and open public network. Security is always a concern. Other than it's also data being increasing exponentially. There is always room for improvement. Means अभी जो भी हमारा सिनारियो चल रहा है उसमें हमारा डेटा डे बाय डे इंक्रीज होता जा रहा है और उसको स्टेबल एंड स्टेबल उसको मेंटेन करना एंड स्टोर करना बहुत बड़ा टास्क है. देन जब भी हम किसी को डेटा ट्रांसफर करते हैं तो वहाँ पे कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम बहुत ज़्यादा उसको सिक्योर कर देते हैं, तो वो डेटा डिफैच हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, देन वो जिसको हमने सेंड किया है वो उसको रीड कर पा रहा है कि नहीं कर पा रहा है, ये भी हमको उसमें मेंटेन करना पड़ता है. देन दीज आर माय रेफरेंसेस. Thank you, sir. Any questions?
Pawan, your review is not complete in any sense. This is not the way to review the papers only. You have just made a review paper and you are just describing this one has done this and this author has done this. This is not the way of reviewing the paper. You have to, if you want to perform the review, then perform it analytically. You have to produce some results. You have to compare the results of different papers, different approaches analytically. You have to give some conclusion also. Always. You just cannot mention that he has done this, he has done this, he has done this, and just complete your paper. This is not the way.
Okay, sir.
Okay? So remember this thing for future also.
Yes, sir.
Second thing is that if you have studied wireless, so can you tell
Yes,
me which is the latest protocol that is being used for wireless network?
no idea, sir.
If you are just studying a particular field and you are reviewing something, then at least you should have a basic knowledge of what you are reviewing. What are the different wireless protocols standards that are available today?
Yes, sir.
What are different protocols, wireless protocols available? Can you name some of the wireless protocols?
Yes, sir. Our routing protocols are RPI, then OSPF routing protocol, then
I'm just saying you wireless protocols, the protocols that are used for establishing the wireless network. Okay, you should study on this. Okay, so I'm suggesting you just improve your work and please do a thorough study.
yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Pawan. Thank you so much, Nishant sir. Now I'm requesting Ambi Singh to represent your paper.
Okay, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. One second.
He is not audible.
Unmute yourself, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I should begin again. Good morning to all the professors and authors present over here. Today, I'm
Make it
presenting my
a full
paper on the
screen.
topic.
Make it
I'm
a full
presenting
screen.
my topic, cheating detection system in online examinations based on the analysis of eye gaze and head moves. We all know that exams are the ways of assessing students' learning and performance with respect to particular subjects. They demonstrate which part of the lesson each student remembers or takes a keen interest in. And we all know that when the world was hit by COVID-19, social distancing came out to be the only precaution to this pandemic. And with immediate closing of schools, colleges, and workplaces, everything became virtual. And the students got into into virtual lectures, assessments, and tutorials across the globe. So online exams were preferred in much places before COVID. So after COVID, the major concern that arises in online exams was the apparent risk of malpractices that emerges due to remote invigilation. We all know that the teacher can only have the frontal view of the candidate via her screen. So our goal is to propose a smart system which can autonomously detect cheating in an online exam. For this, we are using a student's webcam and analyzing the eye gaze and head poses of the student to, to come to a conclusion whether he or she is cheating. For this, I have referred to many papers, but the two main papers I am mentioning here are the first one by Istaq Ahmed and Fahad Al-Qureshi, published in 2021. This paper proposes a novel online proctoring system which uses a HOG phase detector, the histogram of orient gradients. This is a technology which they are using along with the OpenCV face recognition algorithm. And they have given 97% accuracy for face detection, whether the candidate is on the screen or not, and 99.3 for face recognition. And the second paper which I referred was published in 2019, and this involves a framework which has been proposed for electronic-based invigilation in an examination, wherein they are performing authentication via the fingerprints. A student's iris directional focus is monitored, and a prescribed threshold is considered for the system. So if the student exceeds the gaze, if the gazing angle or the voice level is exceeded, it is presumed that he or she is cheating. And for this, they have used Python and Java languages for programming and JDBC at the database level, and MySQL to create and manage the examination and the authentication of databases. Coming to my research methodology, we have used a machine learning model of OpenCV, also known as the CAFE model, for detecting the cheating activities. So we will first identify the face, followed by the facial landmarks, and then the eyes and the head poses. So beginning with the detection of face. For the facial detection, we'll be creating bounding boxes on the faces. And this we'll be doing using our pre-trained OpenCV DNN model. So what this model does is it takes the image as an input in the form of a NumPy array, and then the presence of face is determined by a probability value. If the probability value is greater than 0.5, we considered it as a presence of face, else not. The array that is produced as an output consists of 4 coordinates of the face, each corresponding to the 4 facial corners. So a box will be created on the face. And the 4 coordinates, after estimated, they are fed to a function which outputs a rectangle. Now, after we have detected through the webcam, after we have detected the candidate's face, we go on to the detection of facial landmarks. Facial landmarks means the eyebrows, the eyes, jawline, nose, and mouth of the student. So a pre-trained model, for this we are using, which was given by Yin Gobin, TensorFlow CNN model, convolutional neural networks model. So this model is a pre-trained model that has already been trained and given by this person, Yin Gobin, and we have just fed our input into that. So the coordinates of the face, they act as our region of interest, and we need to extract them. So to detect the facial regions, we feed 128 by 128 size square images from our video of and then we feed it into the model, which returns 68 key points, which are converted to original image dimensions. This model takes 0.05 seconds for this landmark detection. This is how the landmarks are detected. One can see in this image. So eyes, nose, mouth, and the eyebrows, everything are being detected. Coming to the, after the facial manner, coming to the eye gaze. So the eye movements, now after detecting the face, then the facial landmarks, now we come to the eye movements. So basically, we need to see whether the student is looking away from the screen or not, and how many times he or she is doing this. For this, we use the OpenCV's video capture function. And this triggers our webcam to start. And from the webcam, we take frame by frame image, then we detect the face, then we detect the facial landmarks. After that, functions are defined for finding the contour. We mask the eyeball coordinates. That is, we just find the eyeball coordinates, and then direction of the eyeball is detected. So for this, we use Python files, and then for the facial landmark detection in the previous model that I explained, And now we have got functions in the in our model. So we use the fill convex poly function. This is available in OpenCV, and we create a mask of the eye. So like we find out eye from the face, and then the extreme points of the eye are identified by taking the array and a numpy array of the facial landmarks. So we create a mask over the face, and hence we just identify the eyes. And then from the processed image, as we have got the eyes, we just pass the function which will find the eyeball position. This function is already present in OpenCV. So from that, to find the position of the eye, we use the find contours and moments function. This is a function present in OpenCV which I use to find the position of the eye. So this is this one can see. Now in this image, the test taker is looking upwards, and if she moves right or she sees down or left, simultaneously our screen will be showing this on the log. And then the thing is detecting the head poses, where is the candidate looking, the head movement. So for that, we take the 3D coordinates of the face first. And to analyze the 3D coordinates, 6 points are taken: chin, nose tip, extreme left and right points of the lips, and left and right corner of the eyes, left and right eye. So after obtaining the vectors, this 3D points are projected on the 2D surface. And for that, we use the project point function of your OpenCV. Then we create the annotation box on the student's face so as to estimate whether the head poses. And we use the rotation and translation vector along with the camera matrix as input. Output that we get are polylines. Output are to detect the head poses, we get lines as output on the screen. So these lines are created using the polylines and line function. These are the lines one can see that are created on the screen. So the blue line and the yellow line, and to what direction the test taker is seeing, is also produced on the screen as well as the output log screen. So we use the x-axis for recording the up and down movement, the blue line, and the yellow line is the y-axis, which tells us the angle of movement. And combining these two, we get to which angle is the test taker looking. His head is facing. Looking was the eye gaze. So my paper mainly focused on eye poses, on eye gaze and head poses. But now the next comes is detecting the cell phone, presence of cell phone or another person. And for this, I've used the YOLO V3 model along with OpenCV. So residual box, the YOLO algorithm has got 3 main techniques. First is residual blocks, that it divides the image into grids of equal dimensions, and those will be responsible for object detection. Then the bounding box regression is used, that is to highlight the object in an image, and the image is highlighted according to the width, height, and class, to whether it is a person, animal, or car or anything. So these things are already present in YOLO. And then the third is intersection over union, that is boxes are made on the image, and they find confidence scores, and they find out whether the box has got a person in the image or not. So overlapping boxes are created on the entire image, and hence the YOLO V3 algorithm figures out where the face is. And if the class, it has got differentiation of classes as well. So if the class person count is more than 1, so it will show on the screen that you have got a person on screen. And if it is a cell phone, so it will occur under the cell phone class, and it will that is detected on screen. So here are the outputs. This is the detection of the landmarks. This is the detection of eye tracking, the output of eye tracking. Here comes the head pose tracking, and the next is the cell phone is being detected and the person is being detected. And now I conclude by saying that my research is to present a smart system that can autonomously detect and track the student's eye gaze and head poses. So mainly we are studying these 2 parameters of the student, and we need to detect her cheating activities by that. How many times he or she is looking away from the screen, or where are the head movements. And my work can be further enhanced by using external devices so as to capture the back view and side view. And spoofing can also be done. Should also be checked. And fingerprint and voice authentication can be also added so as to conclude the system as a whole. These are the references I have used. The remaining references are there in the paper. I have mentioned 25 references, but here I have mentioned only 4 in the paper date. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Sir, any questions?
I mean, what you have presented is looking just like a software. Yeah, you are just describing the software you have made. But this is not research. Research is somewhat analytical. That is, you have to compare with different approaches also. You have made your software. There are many codes are available on the net also for face recognition using Python. You can search those in GitHub and all that. I have also made many projects like this. Yeah, my students also made these kinds of projects on daily basis on BTEX level. Okay. So just enhance this paper so that it looks like a research paper. Okay.
Okay, sir. So actually, I have the things are present to detect face and to detect phone, but I have incorporated this into a examination environment. I've tried to do that, and then produce output.
Yes, you are using the existing software. YOLO is just existing software. You have used Python codes for detecting the faces. HAR cascade is there. Convolution
Yes.
networks. You have applied
LBP.
CNN is normally used for face detection and all. But one thing is that you cannot be sure always that someone is cheating by looking at only the eye movement and face movement. That is also one of the things. How will you predict that someone is cheating by looking at only eyes and the faces?
Sir, how many times is looking away from the screen and the presence of mobile phone and other person on screen?
No, maybe he's writing something on his notepad or his notebook. He's looking away from the screen. Then how can you say that he is cheating? So there are emotion detection. One term is that emotion detection is there. If someone is laughing, so that means he is not sincere in your class. Okay. And somebody is making some expressions, cheating expression, that is not tolerable in online teaching.
Yes, sir.
That is called emotion detection. Just enhance your work for grasping the emotions of the students. That is a very vast field of emotion detection. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. I'll try to extend this in that direction.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Now I'm requesting Jay Kumar sir to represent your paper.
Sure, ma'am.
Please, sir, present your paper.
My screen visual, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, but all present here. My name is Jayakumar Jain. My paper ID is 44. My paper title is An Analytical Study of Energy Efficient Routing Approaches in Wireless Sensor Network. Basically, this is the review paper in which we have discussed or do the study about the energy efficient routing approaches of wireless sensor network. My co-author is Dr. Akhilesh A. Bau, Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, AKS University, Satna. So these are the basically contents which will covered in today's presentation from my side. Introduction. First of all, I would like to tell you that what is the wireless sensor network. So basically, we say that while a sensor network is where is no any kind of physical medium is available for the exchanging the data. So that type of network is basically called the wireless network. And there are four category of wireless network: W-band, wireless WAN, wide area network; W, metropolitan area network; and wireless local area network; wireless person area network. And among them, we have one more type of network, that is the ad hoc network. And ad hoc network, we have a category of wireless sensor networks. So wireless sensor network are network that consists of sensors which are distributed in ad hoc manner. These sensors work with each other to sense some physical phenomenon, and then the information gathered is processed to get relevant results. Wireless sensor network consists of protocol and algorithms with self-organizing capability. So this is the basically property of ad hoc network. That means there is no any kind of infrastructure. And these are the infrastructure-less network in the wireless sensor network. Now, this is the introduction of my paper, in which we have basically covered the some characteristic of a wireless sensor network, what kind of network each should have in the wireless sensor network, the property like dynamic network topology, power constraint, do not have global identification in the wireless sensor network, heterogeneous nodes, and nodes are prone to failure. So these are the some in short, there are some characteristic of wireless sensor network. Now, these are the objectives of wireless sensor network protocols. Basically, I am discussing here the protocols or energy efficient protocols. So, what kind of protocol should contain the properties? So, like a small node size, since sensor nodes are usually deployed in a harsh or hostile environment in large numbers, reducing node size can facilitate node deployment. It will also reduce the power consumption and cost of the sensor nodes. So a small node size is basically preferred to the network. Low node cost. Node cost should be very low because it can be uh, dead anytime. So cost should be not very low. Low power consumptions in this types of such types of wireless sensor network having the very low power consumptions because node size is very small. Scalability, since the number of sensor nodes in sensor network are in the order of tens, hundreds, or thousands. So a network protocol designed for sensor network should be scalable. The network protocol should be scalable. It can be enlarged anytime. So the scalability feature should be in the network wireless sensor network protocol. Cell configurability, it should be cell configurable, and that means like we don't have the any kind of infrastructure, and the infrastructure less network supported by the WSN. So the protocol should be cell configurable. Adaptability in sensor network, a node may fail, join, or move anytime. So it should be adaptable to the networks. Channel utilization, since network sensor network have limited bandwidth resource, communication protocol designed for sensor network should efficiently make use the bandwidth to improve the channel utilization. Fault tolerance, one more feature, the protocol should be tolerance. Sensor nodes are prone to failure due to harsh deployment environment and unattended operations. So the sensor nodes should be fault tolerant and have the ability to self-testing, self-calibrating, self-repairing, and self-recovering. And in the last, security is also the one of the most important feature. A sensor network should introduce effective security mechanism to prevent the data information in the network of wireless sensor network. Basically, we have reviewed the various papers. Among them, we have mentioned here 4 paper. And this is the first one. Genoa Huang and his team said that due to the limited energy of sensor nodes in wireless sensor network, it is crucial to design an energy efficient routing protocol for wireless sensor network, because we have seen that the energy is very limited in the wireless sensor network nodes. They are very small, so we have to work on this particular area. This paper proposed an uneven annual sector grid based energy efficiency multi-hop routing protocol. And now we have one more paper in which Jahera Halipur and his team has suggested that wireless sensor network consists of sensor nodes which can sense, process, and then transfer different types of data into the base station. The major role of sensor nodes is gathered at the regular intervals and then it's sent to the base station. Designing energy efficient routing protocol is one of the major challenges in wireless sensor network. In this paper, the author said an energy efficient layered routing protocol is proposed. The proposed method divides the network into some concentric circles of different radius. The circle are divided into 8 equal sectors, and sections are created through a crossover between layer and sectors. So this is the second paper, and we have a third paper in which we have basically applied the author apply the heterogeneous wireless sensor network. The sensor nodes are randomly distributed in some regions, and in some applications they may be randomly distributed in the different region. Besides these nodes with the same type have almost the same probability to be selected as the cluster head. So in which basically they selected the cluster head on the basis of randomly distribution. And fourth one, the German and his team suggested that wireless sensor network is known as the highly resource constrained class of network, where energy consumption is one of the most prime concerns. In this research, a cross-layer design methodology was adopted to design an energy efficient routing protocol. So these are the basically my research literature review. Now we have we have done some study about the routing protocol design challenges, which is basically already covered in the characteristic of wireless sensor network. Now I am also done some deep study about the power energy efficient routing wireless sensor network, which is first one is leech, and second one is hums, and third one is the AERP, and fourth one is the CBCA. On the basis of these four protocols, I have done some analytical study on the basis of these property used in this particular protocols. So when we say about the first one, leech, hums, AERP, and CBCA. So leech is the basically low energy adaptive clustering hierarchy. So in which basically is the first and most popular energy efficient hierarchical clustering algorithm for WSN that was proposed for the reducing power consumptions. This is the first protocol of the wireless sensor network, in which as it is mentioned in the low energy adapted clustering hierarchy used. At least the clustering task is rotated among the nodes based on duration. On the basis of time, direct communication is used by each cluster head to forward the data to the base station. It uses cluster to prolong the life of the wireless sensor network. Leech is based on the aggregation technique that combine or aggregate the original data into smaller size of data that carry only meaningful information to all the individual sensors. Leech divides a network into several cluster of sensors which are constructed by using localized coordination and control, not only to reduce the amount of data that are transmitted to the sink, but also to make routing and data dissemination more scalable and robust. Leech uses randomized rotation of high energy cluster head position rather than selecting in static manner to give a chance to all sensors to act as cluster head and avoid the battery depletion of an individual sensor and dying quickly. Second is the hums, half quadrant based moving strategy. In this method, it uses the moving strategy where a sync visits each sensor node to collect sensed data. So that basically we can say that it's use the moving strategy, which nodes is covered by the this particular cluster head. So this node is basically selected. A mobile sync makes moving decision based on hums. The sync moves towards the nodes, which has to the highest residual energy and start collecting the data. So in this method, basically it decides the which node having the highest energy. So on the basis of highest energy, they make the cluster head of the this particular sync node basically in this particular approach. So this is the second protocol. And third one is the AERP. Basically, this is the average energy based routing protocol. This protocol is
Jaykumar sir, we have some time constraints, so
okay.
please
Okay,
sum up
ma'am.
your paper. We
Okay, ma'am.
have only
So
5 minutes left.
okay, ma'am. So basically, this is the my outcome. On the basis of my study, I have found out the some outcome like in Leach. When we talk about the classification, so Leach also using the hierarchical, all the four protocol using the hierarchical method for the classification, and movable base station, Leach having the no, and Hums having the S, and AERP also having the movable base station, and CBCA is also having the movable base station. Now cluster head, all the four protocol having the cluster head. Energy consumptions, when we talk about the basically energy consumption, this is the very important parameter on the my research point of view. So the CBCA is the lowest energy consumptions, and the lifetime of nodes is very high in the CBCA also. And data aggregation is also having the on all four protocols, and energy dissipation is very low in case of CBCA. So on the basis of this study, I have found out that CBCA is the one of the best protocol among in four protocol, and I will carry forward my study further study for and further research on this particular CBCA protocol. And this is the conclusion of my study, in which I have basically mentioned the CBCA is the performing outstanding on the basis of my theoretical study. So this is, and these are the differences. And basically, sir, I have completed my this work in very short period, and I have basically completed the theoretical study, not any kind of tool used. What I have read in the paper, then I have mentioned this particular research paper, and I have just submitted. So thank you so much, sir. If having any suggestion, kindly guide me. Thank you for your patience, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope Nishant sir and Amit sir has prepared his worksheet
Yes, yes.
to share with us. Any a few suggestions you want to give to Jaykumar sir, before ending up this session?
Yes, so Jackmar, as I have told you to other authors also, be analytical while reviewing, while making a review paper. You should be analytical. And you should not only read the paper, but you have to give your own thoughts over the paper. That is,
Yes,
you have to
yes, sir.
identify the problem. This is review. Review is very critical part in the research.
Sure.
So whenever we review, we should have done it critically. That is, you have to
Yeah.
find out what are the drawbacks of these techniques, what are the advantage of this technique, the author, but
Yeah.
whatever author has suggested, what are its drawbacks and what are its advantages,
Sure,
and
sir. Sure.
what things the author have left us.
Yes, sir.
This should
Actually,
be our thoughts over every research. So this is not the way to write paper that you just suggest that he has done this and he has described this. This is not the review. So be analytical in your approach and be critical also.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
I
Thank
will
you so
try
much.
my best to the as per your suggestion, sir. I will do it all things. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nishant sir. Thank you so much, Amit Bhagat sir. I'm expecting that please send your evaluation sheet with us so that we come to the conclusion.
Ma'am, can I send it here only?
No. To
Santosh
to
sir.
HOD sir, Akhilesh sir.
Yeah, I'll send it later on to Akhilesh
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. No issues, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So on behalf of you, should I close the session?
Yes, sure.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. So on behalf of Amit Bhagat sir and Nishant Srivastava sir, I am closing this technical session of Theta 2022. Thank you so much for presenting your papers. Thank you all
Thank you.
and all the best. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You may quit now.